Yo, welcome to Niko Knows Best.
What's good in the hood?
Our very, very special guest this evening, the
Dang, that
one,
was
the only,
dope.
the man, Rich Swann. Oh, you like the Impact entrance? We did that just for
What
you.
up? What up? Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Impact Wrestling. We
That was dope,
actually have fallen in love with Impact Wrestling, and I think mostly because of you. I mean, let's be honest, we weren't watching it the last couple of years until we found our new friend Rich Swann, and we've seen you, elevate your career on Impact Wrestling. You've also invited us, which we just came out to Atlanta and had the pleasure of being your guest there and had an amazing time. Why Impact Wrestling? What brings you to Impact Wrestling at the end of the day? And for those of you listening right now, Rich Swann, everybody, thank you so much for joining.
Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Impact Wrestling, man. Like, it's a legendary station, man. It's a legendary spot. Like, it's a spot to where, the up and comers like AJ Styles, Frankie Kazarian, Chris Sabian, Alex Shelley, like, man, like the list goes on and on. They made their names there. They got Jay Lethal. Like, they all got a spot on TV to show what an alternative was for professional wrestling. And when I first got released from WWE, there wasn't an AEW. There wasn't an alternative. The only alternative really was like Lucha Underground or Impact Wrestling. I went to Lucha Underground and I surveyed it, and Ricochet wasn't there. That's my boy. He was already gone at the time, and I always wanted to feel comfortable at the spot that my next destination, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to feel like I was at home. And there's people like Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards, Eric Young at the time, my wife, you know what I mean? So like, that was like, man, that's a driving point right there. And then once I got there, man, like, it was like, bro, there's so much talent. There was so much. It was like, you see the stigma of Impact Wrestling, of TNA, of, it's always going to be in that factor of it's about to die. You know what I mean? It went through all those incarnations. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Jeff Jarrett era, the Dixie Carter era, the Hulk Hogan, the Eric Bischoff. But every daggone year, no matter what anybody's opinion is, it always stays alive. And it's because of the talent, and it's because of the humbleness. It's because of the drive that everybody has in that locker room. That's why I love it. That's why that's the destination, bro.
There's something very special about Impact Wrestling. We all feel it.
We love it.
It has so much talent, and we were just talking to Kenny King earlier today. We had the privilege of interviewing him. It's the TV deal that's holding you guys back from being exposed, because the reality is, if Impact Wrestling got that SmackDown spot on Channel 3, their jaw would drop. They would be like, "Holy shit, this is amazing! Oh, it's actual wrestling, and they're putting on real matches, and they got these great storylines." Especially like you right now with Sami Callihan. Like, you guys got a lot going on right now. You could be tag champs in the future. And even at one point in time, you were the Impact World Champion, and you got the privilege to face Kenny Omega, which is, I mean, that's a really big deal. So like, Impact has brought you all the way to the promised land as far as good as it can get when you become world champion. And I can see why that's important to you.
100%. And it was unprecedented too at the time. Like, there were no two television companies in North America trying to work together. And like, that was a weird time too, COVID, and like AEW, that was like in its 2.5 year. And, just getting that opportunity to wrestle Kenny Omega, that put me in the top 10 in the PWI. Not to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, amazing. That's a real list, but like, I never submitted anything to be in that, category.
And it's okay to toot your own horn.
It's absolutely.
I know, you know what I'm saying? Because I bleed red just like everybody else, you know what I mean? But like, man, what an opportunity that was. And like, I feel like that as well, just getting the work side alongside AEW, even though AEW don't like to, give us our flowers. I'm gonna be real, I shoot, but don't like to give us our flowers. But like that was a good opportunity for both of us. You know what I mean? Like it was sick.
Absolutely.
I got a quick question
Go ahead.
regarding your initial contract with Impact, because
Yeah.
a guy like you have different options, seemingly, but the money in the contract, did that play a factor on your decision, or was it just the comfortability of who you're around and the legacy of Impact?
Especially like having a baby boy now, like that was
Congratulations,
definitely
by
a
the way.
factor. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. That was definitely a factor. But Impact Wrestling, ever since I, first came in there, they always took care of me. And like sometimes money, when it comes to our careers, like money isn't everything. Like everything's
The
just
work-life balance.
yeah. Everything is just so oversaturated. Everybody's going here. It's like every week you see somebody's getting signed somewhere, and it's not that I'm comfortable in my spot because I'm always busting my ass and I'm always working hard to get to the next level. But I'm just surveying that goddamn plateau. I'm just surveying that area. I'm surveying the Serengeti, as my man Marty, what was it, Monty Brown used to say, the alpha male. I'm surveying the Serengeti out here. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the jungle that I'm in, I haven't conquered it yet. So until I finish everything that I got to finish and everything that I got to accomplish, I don't want to leave that.
Absolutely. I'm looking here at Wikipedia, and it's saying you started training at age 14 years old for pro wrestling. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
What possessed you at that age to become a pro wrestler? Because you're pretty much, you're figuring stuff out as a young adult, becoming a man, whatever you're doing, and you're not quite sure what you want to do, but you're making that leap of faith that you want to become a pro wrestler. What made you do that?
Man, so I always wanted to be a pro wrestler since I was, since I came out the womb. I feel like, since I, can remember. Like my brother, he used to put on pro wrestling all the time. Bret Hart coming out to the ring with the WWF title, the Wing Eagle, with the fireworks, the little mini fireworks coming over above the. You know what I'm talking about? The fireworks coming above that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my first memory, you know what I mean? Like, being like, God dang. And, like, when I finally realized, like, what the hell that was, like, I always said, like, I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and I didn't have, like, the regular childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad died when I was 14. My mom died when I was 15. And so, like, after that, like, I went to a technical school in York, Pennsylvania, a school where I grew up at. And like I went up there and told them my story and told them how much I loved wrestling. And like Adam Flash, he's a indie wrestler, you know what I'm saying, who he's been around, he's hit the road, you know what I mean? And like he got me to a lot of places and he mentored me and like, you know what I'm saying? I never ever wanted to give up and like, yo, bro, like wrestling just saved my life because like coming from Baltimore, Maryland, that's where I come from. That's a rough ass hood. That's a rough streets, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I could have ended up and I was participating in some things, you know what I'm saying, that, could have got me messed up, but like wrestling changed my life. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question off of that,
yes,
Rich.
sir.
So, what advice would you give some young kid who might be in the same situation you were as a kid? They might have lost one or two parents. What advice do you have for these kids? How do you show them there's still a purpose in life to go after your dreams?
Well, basically, just I just tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like everything in life happens for a reason, and I know that's the cliche, but then when I use myself as an example, when I say, "Hey, I kept on fighting from the bottom. I kept on fighting from the bottom and grinding just to get to the top. Never, ever, ever let a situation ever determine your fate. You know what I'm saying? Just because something happens in life, you know, that's hard, it doesn't mean it's the end. And that's what I always tell people. And like, and I just use myself as an example. And like I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to be blessed as much as I had to get the opportunities that I've gotten from like from what I've come from, you know what I'm saying? So like just to show somebody that is just like enough, and to be like, yo, you can make it, you know. There's no excuses in this life.
Right. It's not an
Prove
easy
it.
upbringing at that, you know.
Yeah,
Psychology will tell you, hey, mentally, it's going to be hard for you to come up after all
exactly,
that. But, you know,
exactly,
you have to prepare, put in the hard work, and continue growing. You know what I mean? And
exactly,
we
exactly.
definitely see that coming from you, you know. So you're definitely an example to a lot of people out there.
I appreciate that, yeah, man. No, but you know that's exactly. You don't have to be a example of your of your upbringing or your environment or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Impact Wrestling has a reputation for showcasing diverse talent, having innovative storylines. How's that environment really contributed to you and what you're able to do as a pro wrestler?
You know, they are very diverse. They probably are one of the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Like companies that have from the very beginning since they started have been with diversity, not only with race, but like if you go back from like 2004, 2005 with the knockouts and stuff like that. No knock on any other company, you know, pushing women, you know, heavily now. But back in the day, they didn't even be like, oh, and this is our women, this is our women, this is our women. They were just on the show, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a heavily pushed thing, you know what I mean? Like they've always been diverse in the fact of to where like, oh, LAX, one of the biggest freaking, you know what I mean?
Love them.
Like you know,
Homicide. They brought homicide in.
Homicide, who they brought in god daggone Hernandez from AAA, like from and he had mask in before that, and like they, brought him into, Conan again, like who's a genius when it comes to bringing in and like lucha talent, you know what I'm saying? Like that dude. But
Yeah.
man, like Impact,
Pro
like
Wrestling Noah as well.
yeah,
You know,
oh
we had
yeah,
a great
oh yeah.
relationship with them where
So
they were getting more global.
speaking of Conan, was he the connection for Mexico when you went down there recently, or who was your hookup down there to get down? Because
Oh yeah, for AAA.
yeah. Who I know it was El Hijo de Vikingo. You was it Commander
Conan runs it.
and
So.
Swerve, right?
Yep,
Swerve. I
yep,
mean, that was
yep.
when you
Four
think a
way. We were
collection of like that, of like basically four of the best in the world. And I mean,
man.
the match was just jaw dropping. Who
I
set
don't
that
I don't
up?
care
Whose
what
idea is that?
Dave Meltzer got to say. That was a banger.
Yo, I appreciate that, man.
That fucker didn't give you 5 stars, I'm gonna go to his dirty ass house myself and slap him. That was a 5-star banger if I've never seen that.
Yo, that dude, I'll get him to. Hey, we'll double super his ass. We'll all get him triple super. Let's get him quadruple. Let's get him. Dave, we're calling you out right now, bro. That better be a 5-star on your list, bro. No, but yo, dude, that match was crazy. Conan set that up. Always had a great relationship with well, I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but from my understanding, from what I see, he looks like he's had a pretty decent relationship with Impact Wrestling. TNA, I can't be the judge of. that's a different management. But Impact Wrestling, like
And the
he's
energy was
brought,
another beast.
yeah. But like with Impact, man, he brought us, Penta and Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like Impact was the first, North American wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Like television exposure that they got, and it was all through Conan. A lot of the Lucha Underground guys was all through Conan, and like he speaks for himself. He's gotten so many people that limelight, and takes two to tango, but like he puts a lot of people to the dance, man.
Conan brings a lot of guys in, but your partner, Sammy Callahan, right? With his wrestling school, he had Ohio versus everybody. I mean, now you're with him in this incarnation of where Impact is. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to work with Sammy Callahan, the Draw.
Man, it's awesome. It's awesome, man, because like Sammy and I, we've known each other for a little over 14 years now.
Wow.
And we've gotten to tag up a series of maybe like a 4-month stretch in the Indies. And we always wanted to, get our chemistry on television. And
we did it in Atlanta. You guys look great in Atlanta.
We got the chance. We got the chance finally.
Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, we were in WWE together for about maybe 2 months, and we had a match on one of the coconut loops, and freaking Norman Smiley said, yeah, Solomon Crow.
Yeah, Solomon Crow.
And we get told, hey, you guys are gonna work together. You guys are gonna work together very much. And I was so ready. But at the time, things didn't work out.
But it's a natural fit. So you guys working together, getting that second chance at it.
Years down the line, now it's finally time. We had our matches in Impact. We tore down the house against each other for years now, going on 5 years. Because my first feud coming into Impact in 2018 was against OBE. Yeah. So it's like, God damn. Now we working together finally.
Full circle, come all the way around.
It's sick.
So when you go to Impact Wrestling and you watch, 2 or 3 days of worth of tapings, who is someone that really sticks out to you that you're just like, damn, that person's talented?
Man, there's so many. I'd say now though, probably it's 2 people. It's Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Those 2 guys, man, like they have got it.
Yeah.
Like they got it down packed, from the moves to their mannerisms, to their gestures, to their body, to their charisma, all that. They're the package. Yeah. And even if they got kicked out of the Bullet Club tomorrow, man, they'd still be they'd be golden.
For sure. Gentlemen, I know you got some questions. I see Jay with his phone here. Jay,
I got one. Me and Swann, we're close buddies, so I had to write something out that was a little deep. The finisher, the Phoenix Splash, you started doing after originally doing the regular 450 splash. You're extremely talented. What makes you take the most athletic and high flying finisher and add a 180 to it? You made it more difficult, and what just wants you to drive the ante every time? A lot of fans, they see you perform, and it's always something. You're stepping something up. You're doing something different. What drives you?
So what made me want to do from the 450 to the Phoenix? So it was crazy, bro. In Cork and Hall, Japan, and Tokyo. freaking me, Ricochet, and Pac had a triple threat match for the Brave Gate Championship in Dragon Gate. And in the front row, in his wheelchair was Hayabusa. And so, bro, freaking, I do the standing 450. Oh, on Pop, 1, 2. Ricochet does 630. Oh, goddamn, 1, 2, on to me while I'm pinning Pop. 1, 2, he pins me. I kick out. At the same time, Pac hits Red Arrow on Ricochet. Oh, 1, 2, no. I hit 450 from the second rope onto Pac. 1, 2, no. Double moonsault from Ricochet onto both of us. 1, 2, 3. And then, so at the end, freaking Hayabusa, after everybody is like they're all like all the fans are leaving out, and like we all come out in that Dragon Gate, like it was very respectful. Like especially we were coming up, you got to come out and help with the ring, set up with the ring, put it in the truck. And so we came from the back and we helped and put the ring up and put it back in the truck. And Hayabusa is still in the front row. And like all the fans are leaving, and he pulls me, Ricochet, and Pac aside, and he's like, "You guys are the elevation of everything that I've created." And then he was like, "Oh, I think you can do the Phoenix Splash to me." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And then I started doing it in the dojo over and over and over again, like until I got it. And then I did it at the Cruiserweight Classic. I did it one time at the Classic, didn't do it again. And then a little birdie in my ear said, "God damn it, you better do that one thing you did at the Classic. Fuck that kick." But man, dude, it was an honor, dude.
Wow, that's how that went down?
Yeah.
What a story, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rich, you are such a great fit with Impact, as we know. And as we're seeing with Impact, they just got back from going to Australia, right? With the Australia trip. There's got to be other things planned. So my question to you is, number one, I don't know if you can tell us, but where Impact may be planning on going. But more importantly, what are some of the places that you would like to go internationally on your bucket list before you hang up the boots?
I'd love to go to India. I'd love to go to Saudi Arabia. I'd love to see what those trips are like. And I'd love to go back to Japan. That to me, but I love wrestling here in America. Don't get me wrong, but in Japan, that to me, those are the first places that I got to wrestle in front of like 80,000, 70,000, 100,000 people, like for you know what I'm saying, at like 19, 20 years old. And like that was like the place that like kind of like helped me really understand wrestling. So like I'd love to, as an Impact wrestler, and like for Impact to go to Japan.
Yes.
And like experience
like they used to.
Awesome. Yes,
they
yeah.
Used to do that like 15 years ago.
Yeah, they did Bound for Glory in Cork and Hall, which was awesome. They had great mood on the show. What more can you say? He's retired now, but I'd love something like that to, where they're going as a company internationally. I wouldn't even be able to begin to, speak on that. I don't know. I don't run the show, but
I'll talk to Ross. He's up to.
Yeah,
Japan would make sense. They've done it so many times before.
You know what I'm saying? It would be awesome. I wish. I hope so. I mean, like I said, I'm a straight shooter. We were the first company to use the term forbidden door in the first place. So.
Right.
He's taking everything. Let's be honest. He's just buying a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I didn't like and Jay, I know you got a question. I just want to say real quick, I didn't like the whole AEW Impact thing because it really benefited AEW a lot more than Impact, and it didn't
much more.
Like Impact needed that rub a little more than AEW did, and it felt right. Like that dude, I love Kenny Omega. He's one of the best in the world. That he didn't need
He is 100%.
He didn't need to be walking around with the Impact Championship. Come on, it didn't do anything at the end of the day. Jay, go for it.
I mean, just a quick question. Your last conversation with Kenny Omega, is there brought up a rematch? Have you seen him lately? I mean, I know it's a repetitive question, but everyone wants to know that. You know what I mean?
That was a banger, you and him.
I don't know if there's going to be a rematch, you know. I'd love it. I'd love to have a rematch, like, especially in front of a crowd. Like, I feel like I said, it was a weird time, COVID era. You know what I mean? Like,
I always tell people it was a dark banger, a dark match.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish, like, with the atmosphere of people, I feel like it's
if it was
better.
that All In at Wembley, this coming up.
You know, like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of Will and freaking Kenny. Because, you know, I've been like, I've had like some of Will's like first like banger matches in his like the beginning of his career. Like, look up, if anybody got the time, look up Ricochet and Rich Swann versus Paul Robinson and Will Ospreay, the Swords of Essex, RPW, Revolution Pro Wrestling in England. Check it out. That match is crazy. But goddamn, that AEW, that Forbidden Door match with him and freaking Kenny, bro.
6 stars.
Yeah.
Out of Dave Meltzer, 6 stars or.
Like, I know some people could say, like, oh, he stabbed him in his head with a screwdriver, he did this, he can't tell me what. Like, if you heard those people in that freaking arena, like, god damn, that's what you strive for, right?
People were saying it's the best. That was one of the best matches of all time.
Every wrestler wants that up, but you want that opportunity to be able to go out there and perform like that. A lot of people, they don't give you the time, the minutes, the shine, and the opponent to be able to do something like that. So
yeah. I mean, you know, like
throw you in that mix. Have a triple threat. It would be just as bangericious.
Hey, man,
we'll see,
dude. You never know.
You never know. That's the whole point of Forbidden Door.
I just wish I had that type of atmosphere working that dude, bro, on that night, man. Like, that changes everything. Like, your breathing, your motivation, like everything in the ring. Like, it changes everything. Like, COVID era was just crazy for everybody.
Really was. We went to NXT in the freaking with the cages and the plastic in the booths. It was insane.
It was like
they had a mask on.
The
They had to do the
whole Drew McIntyre.
And needed a COVID test to get in.
Look what happened to Drew. You know, all that
ridiculous. So Rich, you're very charismatic. You know, you have a great personality. You're very, engaging and friendly. Has acting and any of that been something on you that you want to do in the future now that you've been wrestling for, since you were 14, and we're not going to reveal your age, but you're no longer a young chicken. You've been doing this for a few minutes. Do you look at other opportunities now, or has anything been presented to you?
You know, I have had a couple of opportunities to be in a couple of films, and I've taken them, but who knows when they're going to be released. And also I've taken a couple of ventures in music. But, I just try to focus 100% on wrestling right now, just because, I just want to give it, that 100% my all, I don't want to put my, full heart into anything, I love this more than anything. Until the wheels fall off in wrestling, this is what I'm going to be focusing on the most when it comes professionally. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Cody's music hits. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Guess what? You got a royal family too. You and the wife are grinding it every day doing wrestling. And actually, name a couple hitting it as hard as you guys. They're really, I'm like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins is the only couple I could think of that's out there completely.
Hey, man. Hey. I give it to them, props up to them, but hey, they making enough money. They got a nanny.
You got a nanny taking care of everything. Right. I know you're in the back taking care of your kid because I see you.
They got a nanny.
You're the real one. Yeah. Becky's like, how's the kid? Great, exactly. Yeah. So you're the real ones at the end of the day.
Let me stop. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing, and on their.
I know what you do. We've seen you in the back. You're actually taking care of your kid right before the match, so we know how real it is for you.
100%. You know how it be, he be going off sometimes before the match, but you gotta go do the job,
We're right at 30 minutes. Jay and Cool Mike C, do you have any other questions for Rich Swann while we have this?
Yeah, just real quick. I mean, as we've talked about all the great wrestlers and the matches you've had here and around the world, I was just trying to think of myself. Who is out there that you have never matched up with that you say, that's the one I want to be able to match up with that I've never wrestled before? Who would that be?
Man, I don't know, man. There's just so many people like...
Let's rephrase that, Mike. Right now, today, top of
Forbidden Door today.
You got to match tonight.
Going today.
The one person, like, and I got so close. I got so close, bro, because like it was in Chicago at a spot called Warrior Wrestling, and I got to tag up with Rey Mysterio, and goddamn, bro, I want to wrestle that motherfucker, bro. Like I just want one match with Rey Mysterio, bro, and then a dream match. Because Rey, I feel like Rey's this good to where he'll be working when he's 72. You know what I'm saying?
He's in great shape.
My son and I, you know what I mean? Rich Swann and Richie Jr. versus, Dominic and Ray. The reunion, they tag back up, tag team match.
Look forward to it.
Bound for Glory. I don't know. Dynamite. I don't know. Shit. Whatever company. ABZ Wrestling. I don't know.
Is that a bucket list dream to wrestle with your son? Have a match?
Heck
I
man.
know he's very, very small at this point in time, but is that something you would love to do in your future?
I would love that. I would love
cool.
it. He's got the energy. This dude's busting ranas and stuff like that, doing backflips off my dressing room already. It's crazy.
I mean, it's in his blood, clearly.
Yeah, man. Like, if he doesn't love wrestling and if he doesn't want to wrestle, I'm all for that. I will support anything and everything he wants to do. But if he does, oh my God, that's brownie points.
That would be cool. Jedi J, what do you got on the phone?
I mean, since you're a cruiserweight, you were a cruiserweight champion and a heavyweight champion. Let's do 2 top 2s. Give your top 2 cruiserweights, top 2 heavyweights championship across wrestling promotion and companies. This could be someone as a kid, or you help them become who you are. The greats in both categories. You can just name 2.
Okay. Shit. Well, I gave
away one of the cruiserweights already.
Said Mysterio.
Mysterio's a lock, clearly.
I got Mysterio for one.
And a heavyweight.
Yeah, but so then Guerrero for the heavyweight. Then another cruiserweight, you know what I'm saying? And he was a heavyweight champion in Dragon Gate for Pac. That dude right there, man. Yeah. He molded me, especially once like him and Shima, like they helped mold me in Japan and helped me become the wrestler that I am. Man. And then, so you said across all companies, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see.
You can name 3, 4, whatever.
Let's see. So I named Ray and Pac for my cruiserweights. I'd say, Eddie for one of my world heavyweights. Man, I'd have to say 2 for like entertainment and then technical wise, like Bret Hart be like another one of my top like world champions for sure.
See, if me and you would get booed for that nowadays. What's wrong with people? Yeah, Bret Hart's a goat, man. Try to tell
he's a goat, bro.
I love Bret Hart.
Like everybody be hating on. I mean, I know Shawn Michaels was super charismatic, and I know
you've been dubbed the best guest we've had on so far. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Look at that.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Hey, but all I'm saying, I know Shawn Michaels. He be dubbed, that guy. But like Bret, Do you think Shawn Michaels could have had a match with Hakushi that Bret Hart did or Yoko? I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. We saw what happened with Shawn Michaels and Vader.
That's true.
Rich, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Rich.
We truly consider you a friend at this point, and we've crossed the threshold from fanboys to actual friends when you're doing shots in the parking lot. So we're legit friends. We do love you, and we hope you have great success in Impact Wrestling. Other than Thursdays at 8 p.m. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, one last thing.
Do it.
Hey.
What's next for Swann?
Right now, name your top. No, go ahead.
No. What's next for Swann? What's next for Swann?
What's next? Hey man, me and Sami Callihan about to try and get them tag team titles. I'm about to try and be a Grand Slam champ in Impact, bro.
Yeah,
that's what's next. Try to add to this goal list. You know what I'm saying? Hot damn!
You guys heard the Slammiversary.
Yeah, baby. July 15th, baby. July 15th, we out there, bro. I mean, you know, we gonna see what happens. Everybody just check out Access, you know what I mean? See what happens. Follow the episodic television show, Impact Wrestling, and see what happens with me and Sammy.
You can also download the Pluto app, and that Impact has its own channel. You can watch 24 hours a day. I see you all the time on there on that channels, and it has the old school shit with Sting and Agent and Abyss and all them.
Roku's got it too.
This was insane. Rich, other than that, social media is not really your thing, right?
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing.
This is an exclusive interview for friends only. You don't get to ask Rich to come on your show because you can't find him anywhere. But you can find him on Impact Wrestling every Thursday, and you can find him at Slammiversary on July 15th.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully winning the tag team championships. We'll be rooting for you. We were actually just talking a minute ago. We might be there. We'll see how it goes.
Please, man. Hey, let me know. Every
time we see you and you point at us, it means a lot. We love it.
No, bro. It means a lot when I look into the goddamn crowd and I see somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's sick, bro. It's sick. And it means a lot that y'all come out, you know what I mean? Like, and support, you know, Impact Wrestling. Like, you know, like I said in the beginning of this interview, you know, there's people that always be into, you know, down talk or, you know, the tribalism in wrestling. I just say, hey, man, if you watch AEW, if you watch WWE, if you watch Impact, if you watch whatever the hell, GCW, CZW, whatever the hell you watch, bro, just support it, man, because it's all wrestling. And without it, you know, without the support, like, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So, you know, that's all I say. And I appreciate
to see you at the top level still at one of the top 3 events. And like you said, Japan, you have so much potential to see where you could go. And who knows, maybe even one day back to the dubs. You never know. This world is crazy. So we'll see how it goes.
Yes, indeed. We'll see.
Saudi Arabia, that's a trip there. I heard stories about them. Everyone, Rich Swann, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Rich.
Take it easy, Rich. Thanks.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, let's do. That is amazing. That I agree with Ryan. That was, in fact, our best interview ever.
Rich is incredible.
Rich is going to be not only the tag team champions. I believe Rich is going to be a world champion one day. We're doing 2 giveaways tonight, 2 extra boxes that will include Funkos, autographs, and T-shirt and/or action figure. Let's spin it now. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship has been ordered and is en route to my house for the next giveaway. I'm not going to tell you when the date is because you have to be present to be a part of this, and I'll let you know when I let you know. So here we go. Winner number 1 for the extra box. Let's fucking go. Oh, it didn't hit. I hit on the wrong thing.
Yeah, I'm like, why is the wheel
now fucking spinning?
Spin that wheel.
Shout out to Rich Swann. Shout out to Kenny King. Thank you so much for joining us this
Thank you.
Shout out to the Niko Extra Podcast because everyone already knows we're the ones, and the rest of the podcasts are the twos.
They the twos, and we the ones.
Where my ones at? Where my ones at?
We look to have Nick Aldis on in the next week or two. We got several other wrestlers. We are in, let's put it that way. We are in with Impact, and we're going to be making an impact because Impact is awesome. Two dudes with an attitude. You're absolutely right. Let's see who the winner is for the first prize, the first giveaway. It's starting to slow down.
The fresh T-shirts.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
I need a new wrestling shirt.
You want a new wrestling
shirt? I might
shirt?
have to sign up, man.
Dude, I'm going to give you
a Rich Swann shirt.
How much is it? $4.99 a month?
$5. Oh. Affion Horton, congratulations. You just won an extra box.
Affion, where you at, man? Where you at, Affion?
Congrats, Affion.
I know he is a loyal that's been around for a minute, so thank you. Let's do this. Let's respin it. Let's reshuffle it because I want it to be fair for everybody.
We love our loyalists.
We love you.
Is this going to be another extra box?
This is another extra box complete with an autograph, action figure, Funko, and or T-shirt.
Spin the wheel, baby.
Let's do this. Thank you so much. Honestly, Rich Swann. That was our best interview. Like, I mean, it was a really good.
It was on a personal level, man. We love Rich Swann. He's an amazing talent. He's a friend.
He shared a lot with us too. Very sincere.
Yeah, I had read about his growing up, and I was like, man, I can't go there. I love him too much. Hopefully you win too, Matt. Matt Warmus is here. He's trying to win. Ryan
in the middle of his 16-hour shift, Ryan. That's
Ryan Damon's here. He's trying to win. We met Ryan at the airport. He bought the Usos a shot. Ryan, Rich Swann is awesome, bro. You're absolutely.
He is.
If Ryan said it, if he called a shot and then won, that would have been really cool. Winner number 2 is coming up very, very, very soon.
What's this for? The Funko?
This is for another extra box.
Oh, nice.
It's slowing down. It's getting there. Who's it going to be? Matt Dibble. Congratulations.
Oh, Matt Dibble. Matt Riddle.
Matt Dibble.
Matt Diddle. Matt Riddle.
Congratulations, Matt Dibble.
Bro.
And Affion Horton. You guys are the winners. Coming up sometime this month, I will be giving away a WWE Championship. You guys weren't even here. I gave away a fucking briefcase on Saturday just randomly to one of the winners. That's how cool the Winners Club is. You just randomly win one of the briefcases for Money in the Bank. But thank you, everyone.
You know what? Hold on, Niko. Most importantly, I got to share a little heartfelt, man. All these people, we appreciate your allegiance to the podcast, and we're pushing it. We just came back from, where do we go? ALW Saturday. Met up with Tessa Blanchard and a bunch of people from ALW. And we're helping. We're jumping around. We're going to all these shows. We're trying to get more and more interviews, more and more people involved. We're gonna have to start having Niko extra parties at events. So
I like that.
Hang tight.
What do you think about having the show, man? What do you think about this? What do you think about having a guest on, one of the subscribers as a special guest for one of our shows, and they can ask questions to one of the wrestlers? That could be cool.
Either that, or we have a hangout where we invite the wrestler and the subscriber, and we all take shots.
If you are not a mumbling idiot and you're a subscriber with Niko Extra Winners Club, DM me and tell me you're interested in being on the show, and we might have you in one of our future shows. You got VIP for the next ALW show. We're VIP every week at ALW because we love ALW. All right, everyone, we're out of here. I'm humbled today. This is humbling to have, Impact Wrestling stars Rich Swann and earlier Kenny King entertain us and grace us with our presence. We're only like 15 or 20 shows in, guys. We're just getting started. This is crazy, so like here we are, and this is us. So boom, just get ready because we got a lot more coming in the near future. Gentlemen,
yes, sir.
Anything to say on the closing moments? Mike, do you want to have your closing moment of positivity?
Yeah, I'd have one.
Go for it, brother.
Music. It's never too late for you to be the person you always wanted to become.
Nice.
That's my motivation.
I like
never
that.
Too late.
I'm gonna hold that dear to my heart tonight, Mike. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, bro, you just made me cry.
I know, right? I'm tearing up. You know what? My week boom was seeing John Cena return, man.
That was out of nowhere.
Yeah,
that was like
best kept secret.
What the hell? I went nuts, man. That made my week, man. I don't know what it is about John Cena. He knows how to motivate people. He knows how to get them going. And you just feel it, man, when he's there, and so that was my wrestling moment of the week.
Money in the Bank was cool. It was good to
Yeah.
see John Cena return. It was good to see Roman get pinned. I hate to see it, but the man needs to be humbled. And now this Friday,
we all need to be humbled.
Tribal Court held. Roman is accountable. He's going to be held on Tribal Court this Friday. I can't wait to see that. In the meantime, I'm on vacation.
The implosion, baby. The implosion with the Usos is happening, man. I'm loving to see it. You know how long I've been waiting on this, so
y'all are
stay tuned.
awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you guys. We're just getting started. We're going to be having a lot more guests on, a lot more interviews, a lot more wrestling news and rumors, and we love you all.
Thank you, Impact Wrestling.
Thank you,
sir. We are the ones, and the rest of the podcast are the twos, baby. Let's go. We'll see y'all next week.